Round 3 is notoriously difficult in MBA admissions, and that's why we generally recommend against applying in round 3 unless you have truly extenuating circumstances. And we explored some of those exceptions in the article, but in the video today, I want to talk about 2 other exceptions that might make round 3 a possibility for you. Hi, everyone. I'm Melody Jones, founder and president of Vantage Point MBA Admissions Consulting. And, round 3 is one of those dynamics that pretty much hasn't changed since even I applied to business school back in 2010. I remember my admissions consultant telling me, round 3 is a no-go, it's off the table, don't even think about it. And I'm sure the acceptance rates have only gone down since he gave me that advice back then. But round 3 isn't just harder to get accepted. It's truly a different game because you're not just competing against the general applicant pool. You're not competing against the general applicant pool. You're competing against the class gaps, right? You're competing against the ways that the AdCom still needs to fill out and shape the final version of their class. And so you not only need to be differentiated in some way, but you need to be a truly exceptional candidate that they couldn't stand to not accept. I'll just give you a quick example. A client that I worked with, I think it was 4 years ago now, decided to apply to CBS, to Columbia Business School in round 3. And this was back when CBS had rolling admissions. He fully understood the risks. He was originally planning on applying in round 1, but then got his GMAT score much sooner where he wanted it to be. He was like, hey, I would love to go to business school a year earlier. So he applied in round 3. He unfortunately was rejected. And not because he wasn't competitive, but just because he was too late. And so he ended up reapplying again in round 1 just a few months later. Truly nothing really changed about his profile, and he was accepted. And so here are the 2 circumstances, though, where round 3 could very much be on the table for you and where the rules of the game change a little bit. Everything that we've talked about, the advice to not apply in round 3 really holds most true for the M7 program, for the most competitive programs to get into. But as you look outside of those programs, round 3 becomes much more of a realistic option. Our team has had a lot of success over the years with applicants getting accepted in round 3 to programs like UNC Kenan-Flagler, Georgetown McDonough, UT McCombs. And so if you're an applicant that's flexible with the schools that you apply to and you're really just focused primarily on attending business school in that specific application cycle, then round 3 could be for you. And the other circumstance that I want to address is folks who are applying to European and UK MBA programs. The dynamics in the UK and European MBA program application process are different. They generally tend to have more rounds, right? INSEAD has 4 admissions rounds, and the cadence between rounds, the acceptance between rounds tend to be much more even than what we see in the US. So if you're considering UK or European MBA programs, I know a lot more folks have in the last few years, applying in a later round comes with much better chances of acceptance than it would if you're applying in a later round to one of the top US schools. So I hope this gave you some additional things to think about. If you meet one of these extenuating circumstances and you think that round 3 might be a possibility for you, we'd love to chat with you further. That's all I have for today. Take care, everyone.